Hello, viewers. Welcome to today's lesson. Today, we are going to look at the major scale and its fingering for all the keys. What is a scale? So, a scale is playing a group of notes in a particular pattern of order. Uh, Basically, playing it ascending and descending probably gives us the scale. So, this is the basic understanding to what a scale is. What's the major scales? The major scale is what we normally call the do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, and the do. Anytime you hear that, you know that is basically the major scale. So how is it being played? Basically, there is a principle behind it, and I like to go through it. So let's say before you could play the major scale, one of the basic thing you need is a starting point, and the starting point could be any of the keys we have. So it could be C, it could be D, E, F, F sharp. It could be any key. So let's see if I should choose F sharp as my starting point. That is going to be my do, my one. So I'm choosing the F sharp as my starting point. For me to get my two or my re, what I have to do is to skip the note that comes directly after F sharp, which is G, and play A flat. And anytime we skip a note, one particular note, to play the note after it is called a tone, or the principle behind it is a tone principle. So we apply a tone principle to get our re, and for us to get our mi, we also apply the tone principle to get our mi, and to get our fa, we apply what we call the semitone principle. And with the semitone principle, you don't skip a note, so we wouldn't skip a note to play this. We move directly to the note that comes after the mi, which is this, and this gives us our fa. For us to get our so, we apply the tone principle. The tone principle tells us to skip a note, so we'll skip this to play this, so this becomes our so. And for us to get our la, we also apply the tone principle. We get this as our la. For us to get our ti, we apply the tone principle. That means we'll skip this and we get our ti. And moving from our ti to a do, we apply the semitone principle. We get this as our do back. So semitone principles, that is, we're not skipping any notes, is being applied to the mi. It's being applied when we are moving from the mi to a fa and a ti to a do. The rest of the notes in the scale is basically the tone principle. So I'm going to go through it for all. So for F sharp, this is how it goes. So this is our do, our re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, and do. So bear in mind, the first thing you need is the starting point. We apply a tone principle. We apply another tone principle. We apply a semitone principle. We apply a tone principle, another tone principle, and a semitone principle. Then we are done. Yeah. So now let's look at the fingering. So actually, this understanding is being applied for all the keys. All the keys have this basic understanding. So this understanding is being applied for all the keys, and it makes it easier for we to practice it in all the keys. So now I'm going to look at the fingering for the major scale. So for the key of C, you start with your thumb. So your thumb is being placed on C as our starting point. Now index finger follows as our re. Then our middle finger follows as our mi. Then from here, what we do is we pass our thumb under our middle finger to play our 4. Then we move to our 5, 6, 7, and back to our 1 or 8. I'm going to take that again. So we have our thumb as 1, 2, 3. So the thumb will pass under the middle finger. Then we have our 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we are taking it all backwards, and when we are descending, it goes like this. We have this as our 1, 7, 6, 5, 4. So this juncture, the middle finger will go over the thumb as this, and we have our 2 and 1. Yeah, so this is the fingering for the key of C. So this fingering could be applied for all the white keys with the exception of the key F. The key F comes with a different fingering, which makes it easier for you to play it. So for the key of D, we'll apply the same fingering principle, which is, and our thumb will go under the middle finger. When we get here, our middle finger will go over the thumb. The key of E, this is how it goes. Same fingering. So when you are descending, I'm going to skip F for now. We'll come back to F and I'll teach you the fingering for F. So let's move to G. G also follows the same fingering. For A also follows the same fingering. Let me come a little bit lower. B also follows the same fingering and the same principle. So your starting point, your tone principle to get to your 2, another tone principle to get to your 3, semitone principle, tone principle to get to your 5, tone principle to get to your 6, tone principle to get to your 7, and a semitone principle to get back to your 1. So taking it backwards. So let me take B one more time. Okay, so let's move to F now. For F, there's a little change with the fingering. So it starts with the thumb, just as the rest of the white keys. The index finger follows, the middle finger follows. The ring finger also follows from here because of the position of the 4th note. So from here, the thumb will go under the ring finger to get your 5, 6, 7, and 1. And take that again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then your thumb will go under the 4th of the ring finger. 5, 6, 7, and 1. So actually the fingering for F ends with your ring finger. It doesn't end with the pinky for the key of F, just as it doesn't end with the pinky for the key of F. So it ends with the ring finger. Taking it backwards or descending goes like this. So from here, your ring finger will rather move over the thumb. I'm playing one more time. Yeah, so that is it for all the white keys. Just spend some time and go through it. So let's look at the black keys now. For the black keys, all the black keys have different fingering, but just that they are all similar to each other. So for the key of C sharp, Key of C sharp starts with your index finger. So we have this index finger as our 1, followed by our middle finger. Then the thumb will go over the middle finger to get your 3. Then the index finger comes in again, followed by the middle finger, the ring finger, the thumb comes back, and the and the index finger also comes back here. Let me take it one more time. That's with your index finger. I follow. Yeah, so taking it backwards, index finger, thumb, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb, middle finger, and your index finger. So that is it for the key of C sharp. Take your time and practice it. Let's look at the key of E flat. So for the key of E flat, you could start with your middle finger or your index finger. So starting with our middle finger, it goes like this. We start with our middle finger, then our thumb will go under the middle finger. We get our re. The principle still applies for all the keys. Let me do it one more time. Okay, so let's look at F sharp. So for F sharp, is also very similar to C sharp. You start with your index finger, followed by your middle finger, your ring finger, and the thumb follows. So bear in mind, the thumb always comes after the black key. Okay, sorry, the thumb always plays the white key that comes after every black key in the scale. So anytime after playing any black key, if there's a white note to be played, it's the thumb that does it. Or let me say it's the thumb that starts it. Yeah, I think that's it. So from there, move to 5. Taking it one more time. Yeah, so let's move to A flat or A flat. Also starts with the index finger, also very similar to the key of C sharp. Starts with our index finger followed by our middle finger. Our thumb follows index finger again, middle finger, thumb, oh sorry, for A flat starts with our index finger just like C sharp. Our index finger starts it, followed by our middle finger, our thumb, index finger, middle finger, thumb, index finger. We end here. So descending the scale goes like this. So for the key of B flat, it also starts with the index finger, but it has a different fingering for it. Starts with the index finger, followed by the thumb, which plays the white. Your index finger comes in, your middle finger, your thumb comes in again. Then your middle finger goes over the thumb. It's like your middle finger is always going over the thumb. Again, one more time. Good. Yeah. So this is the fingering for all the keys. I'm going to run through it quickly for all the keys and I'll say goodbye. So for C, and also if you want to extend this fingering to maybe the next octave, what we normally do is, instead of you ending with the pinky, you rather end with, like when instead of you ending with the pinky, when you get to the ring finger, you now pass your thumb under it to start the scale in the next octave. So let me see, starting from here. Instead of me ending, I'd rather pass my thumb and start the scale again. And follow the normal fingering, pass my thumb if I want to continue. I'm going to do it for just one octave and I run it throughout the keys. So we'll see, we've already done C, so let's do C sharp. For D, if I want to extend it, I'll pass it here. If I don't want to extend it, I'll just end with my pinky. E flat. If I want to extend, I could easily extend by moving. Sorry. E. F. F sharp. You can extend it. G. A flat. A. Sorry. B flat. I could extend it for all the keys. B. Now come back to C. Yeah. So that is it with the fingering for the right hand. Actually, the left hand also comes with a different fingering. So for the left hand, our pinky is finger number 1. So it goes as for C. It's just like the opposite side of the right hand. So then your middle finger will go over the thumb. Then you have it. Descending the scale, we have your thumb will go under. So this fingering is being used for all the white keys, including F for the left hand. So for D, he goes as E, F, G, A, B, yes. So you just learn how to play it with both fingers. With both fingers, the fingering still applies. Just that you have to learn how to coordinate your fingers to play the exact note, since they'll be moving independently on each other now. So for C, this is how it goes. Let me explain this. So 1, 2, 3. For your right hand, your thumb will go under to play your first note, but your index fingers follows the left hand follows the normal fingering. Then your right hand, your right hand remains the same now, and now your left hand moves over the thumb now. So taking it backwards, your thumb for the left hand rather move under, then your right hand remains the same. Then for the key of D, key of E, key of F, so it's ending with your thumb and ending with the ring finger over here. For G, J is very similar to C. The only change is the T we have here. Let's look at A. Let's look at B. Yes. So for the key of C sharp for the left hand, you start with your ring finger. Then your thumb follows from here. So 1, 2, 3. Then your ring finger comes back. Yeah, so playing it together with the right hand goes like this. So let's move to F sharp. So for the left hand, this is how F sharp goes. Start with your ring finger. Yeah, very simple. So playing it together with your right hand would go like this. So you're moving to the key of A flat. Start with your middle finger. So playing with both fingers would sound like this. So B flat is our last black key. Start with your middle finger and then the index finger for the right hand. Let me take it one more time. Okay, so basically this is the major scale fingering for all the keys. So this makes it easier for you to practice, and it makes it easier for you to move faster if you want to move faster. So thank you so much for staying with us throughout this section. Do also subscribe to our channel. You can give us feedback. You can ask questions. If you have any questions, you can write in the comment section and I would answer and attend to you. Thank you so much.